refer to each figure to write an inequality relating to the given pair of angles. Now, we know that this angle is smaller than this angle. So therefore, UT is greater than TS. We know that this is 6 and this is 6. So these two sides are congruent, and then they share this side. So we know that the measurement of angle LPM has to be larger, because this is 8, than this angle. So that's the measurement of angle M. Angle 3, number 3, we know that this is 6 and this is 7, but we know that this is an isosceles triangle, and we know that this side is congruent to this side. So we know that the measure of angle 1 is opposite the shorter side as compared to measure of angle 2. So measurement of angle 1 is less than the measurement of angle 2. Since angle 2 is opposite 7, angle 1 is opposite 6. Number 4, we know that this is isosceles, so this side and this side are congruent. And we know that this measurement and this measurement is congruent. We know that this is 5. We know this is 6. So 6 is the longest side, so angle, the measurement of angle GPH is greater than the measurement of angle KPE. Write an inequality or pair of inequalities to describe the possible values of x. Since 100 is less than 110, then we know that the side that's opposite 100 is going to be less than this side. So it's going to be 5x minus 7 is less than 28. So we have 5x minus 7 is less than 28. We add 7 to both sides. So 5x has to be less than 35. So x is less than 7. Now we also know that 5x minus 7 has to be greater than 0, because we can't have a side that is equal to 0. So you have 5x is greater than 7 divided by 5. So x is greater than 7 over 5. So x will have to be less than 7, but also greater than 7 over 5. So that's where my possible side measure would fall into. If we look at 6, then we know that this side is shorter than this side. So this angle has to be larger than this angle. So we have 3x minus 18 has to be greater than 42. 3x is greater than 42 plus 18. So it's 0, 1, 4, 5, 6. So x is greater than 20. So the angle would have to be greater than 20. Now we wouldn't have an angle that is 0. So this angle will have to be greater than 0. So we have 3x is greater than 18 divided by 3. So x would have to be greater than 6. So where does it fall under? X would have to be less than 20, but also greater than 6. That would be the possibilities for x. Write an inequality relating the given side lengths. If there's not enough information, write information to reach a conclusion, write no conclusion. Okay, so we have this side is congruent to this side, and we have this side congruent to this side. This angle is definitely larger than 57. So what does that say about ST? ST is less than MN. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to erase this, because normally you don't do this. So definitely 90 is larger than 57. So 57 is, oh, I wrote it wrong. 57, ST is greater than. We know that this side is congruent to this side. We know that they share a side, so these two sides are congruent. 87, these are a linear pair, so we have 180 minus 107. 180 minus 87, you get 93. So 93 is the longest angle, or the largest angle, and 87 is the smallest angle. So BC is less than AB. Number 3, we have DE is congruent to EF, and they share a side. This is 77, but we don't know anything about this angle, and we don't know what it's going to form into here. So this would be not enough information to make a conclusion. Okay, so we have Find the range of possible values for each variable. We know that this side is longer than this side. They do have this side, which is EF, is congruent to DE, and they share this side. So 75 is the longest or the largest angle because it's across the longest side. So x minus 3 is less than 75. So you add 3 to both sides. So x is less than 78. So x would have to be less than 78. Now x minus 13 must be greater than 0 because we're not going to have an angle that is 0. So x is greater than 13. So what is the range? X would have to fall less than 78, but would have to be larger than 13. So that would have to be the range. We're going to go ahead and do number 6. We know that 50 is the longest side. So 36 is a larger angle. No, yes. 49 is a shorter side. So 49 is a smaller angle. And we know that this side is congruent to this side, and these sides are shared. So we can use side angle side here. So we have 2x minus 16 has to be less than 36. We add 16 to both sides. So 6 plus 6 is 12. So it's 52, then divided by 2. So x would have to be less than 26. Now we know that the angle will have to be larger than 0. So we have 2x is greater than 16, so x is greater than 8. So the x value would have to be less than 26 and greater than 8. That's what it has to fall into, that range.